welcome back to my channel where we make life happen for us instead of to us, and I talk about how we can do that. And today, I want to talk about why you should stop applying for jobs. That essentially, this is your sign to stop applying. Especially like if you've been applying and applying and you're still not getting hired, this is your sign to stop. I'm giving you permission to stop. And in fact, I don't actually think that people should be applying for jobs anymore anyway, but I'll get to that later. Now, before I go into this, I do want to say, full disclosure, that my intention here is to help, is to be helpful, right? When I'm talking about these things, I do ask you to keep an open mind, but also please consider what's relevant for your situation, right? Like take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But again, I just want you to be open to what I'm saying. And I think that you literally click this video because either you are like, yeah, I want to stop applying, or like you're curious about what I'm gonna say. So, let your curiosity lead you. That's all I'm asking. Anyway, so the first half of this video, how this video is going to work is that the first half is going to be all about the reasons I think that you should stop applying to jobs, especially as I said, if you've been applying and like you're not getting anywhere. And then the second half of this video, this is where I'm going to give some ideas about what I think you could be doing instead. So let's start with why I think you should stop searching and applying for jobs. So firstly, I do want you to consider that if you have been applying and you are continually getting rejected, perhaps it is redirection. Like maybe the reason that you can't get a job and all those doors are closing, or they're not even closing, like the doors won't open. Maybe the reason for that is because you're supposed to be doing something else. And that something else will probably be something better for you, probably something easier, or maybe even something that's going to make you a lot more money. And I say this from experience, right? Like when I'm talking about these things that I'm mentioning, I'm not just like talking out my behind or like things I've heard, like I'm talking from experience. So if you know my story, you know that I haven't worked a job since like mid 2023. And yeah, that was because I didn't want to work because I was burnt out. I was burnt to a crisp, right? But also before I got that burnt to a crisp part, every single job I applied for pretty much, I was rejected. Maybe except for like one, not one. I got an interview and then they were like, nah. And instead of me getting down on myself and like, taking it as something negative as I've done in the past, I said, okay, rejection is redirection. So, maybe all of these doors, I was going to say are closing, but they wouldn't even open, right? So maybe all of these doors are not opening for me because maybe they're not supposed to. Like maybe I need to be doing something else. Maybe, I don't know, I need to be going through a portal or something, or going through a window or something. I don't know. Maybe the whole point was maybe I'm supposed to be doing something else. And so I just want to start out with some encouragement that can help give you, maybe that little change in perspective that like maybe you're unable to get a job or get another job because you're not supposed to. Like even now, right? I am at the point where I am open to briefly working for a company. In my previous videos, I said no, never. I never want to do that again. Okay, but I'm a little more open. I'm open to it briefly, right? So I have applied for some jobs, but every single job I've applied for, I've been rejected. In fact, I got an interview once, and then again, they were like, no, sorry, this is not going to work. And to be fair, it's not like I'm applying to like a whole bunch of jobs. Like I apply to one here and there because like I don't need one. But like I did think, okay, maybe the income from a job would be nice because that's what I'm used to, right? I'm like most people, I'm used to working a job in order to get money. So I was like, oh, maybe I could just do this and get some extra income. But the fact that none of those doors will open still tells me, like it's confirmation that that's not what I'm supposed to be doing, right? Rejection is redirection. And if you don't take anything else from this video, I do just want you to take that, rejection is redirection. So maybe you're supposed to be doing something else. Okay, so my next reason why you should stop applying is because, is that really what you want to be doing in the first place? Like, is it, like, I mean, okay, maybe this is technically an elaboration of the previous point, but like, is that really what you want to be doing? Do you really want to be working a job? Like, I don't know, slaving away for some company, letting someone else tell you what you can and can't do, where you can and can't go, how long you can and can't take up. Like, do you really want to be doing that? Like, probably not. I mean, on this channel, I do talk about like manifestation and essentially like training your brain to help you get what you want. But do you actually want to manifest a job? Like, you want to manifest money, okay, sure, but do you want to manifest a job? Probably not, right? And that's okay. I know I sure don't. So since that's something that you don't want to be doing, then I don't think you should do it. I am giving you permission. I'm giving you permission to listen to yourself. I don't think that you should do it. And I think that you should listen to yourself. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next reason. So my next reason is, as you may already probably know, the job market is ridiculous. A lot of the job listings are fake. A lot of companies don't give, I want to say something, but I guess I'm not going to say that. A lot of companies, I will just say, they don't care about people enough to let them know that they didn't get a job. Like they don't even reply, right? Or the competition is so aggressively fierce. And in fact, I spoke with a friend about this the other day. Hello, Ash, if you're listening. But I was talking about how I noticed that if I applied for a job and it came out like 7 days ago, literally 7 days ago, or like, I don't know, it came out, let's say, I don't know, 5 days ago or something. By the 7th day, they messaged me and they're like, oh, we've already filled the position. 7 days? And then my friend, Ash, they told me, that they've been, applying for jobs on LinkedIn, and they're like, they don't even bother applying if it's been over 36 hours. 36 hours? Like, y'all, the job market is ridiculous, which I'm sure you probably know. And another thing, I don't know if you've heard this, you can probably look it up, and I'm like, I paused the way I did because I'm like, I'm probably going to butcher this and not get it correct. But the whole point of what I'm going to say is, there was someone, I saw it on Reddit, okay, but there was like a whole article. It wasn't just a post, it was a whole article of someone who used AI to apply for, I don't know if it was 1,000 or 5,000 jobs. It was like an obscene amount of jobs that they used AI to apply for. And they got maybe 100 interviews, maybe. And they used AI. Like, that's just not a good look. So you can look it up, but like, you're gonna see like the amount of interviews they got for applying for 1,000 jobs was like ridiculously low. It was like anyway. So what I'm getting at, in short, is that I think you applying for jobs is a waste of time. I think that you're going to end up spending like hours applying. You spend time updating your resume or like creating a bunch of different general resumes for the different types of jobs so that you kind of have, aspects for the specific types of jobs. Then, you have to apply and answer application questions. And like applying for a job is like a full-time job at this point. And I honestly think that same time that you're spending and that same brain energy that you're spending to apply for a job, I feel like you could use that better doing something else that is not applying for a job. Like you could literally, probably start making money. Like you could probably make at least $1, right? And that would have been $1 more than what you would have made applying for jobs, because you're not going to get any money by applying for jobs. So, yeah, those are the reasons that I think, I'm just going to keep it there for now. Those are the reasons that I think, you should save your time and save your energy and stop applying to these jobs. Now I want to talk about what I think you should do instead. So one thing that I think you could do, I'm going to talk about two things, but one thing that I think you could do is create your own business. Now, and before you tune me out, because I know everybody says this, and I don't want you to tune me out and be like, oh, she's going to talk about. Before you tune me out, I'm not talking about like, creating a startup or being the founder of a startup or creating an app or something like that. When I say start a business, what I literally mean is just finding ways to make money for yourself. Like think of like a lemonade stand. Is a lemonade stand a business? Maybe, but like that's what I'm talking about. Finding ways to make money for yourself. Like you've worked a job before. Maybe you're working one now, right? But the whole point is you've worked a job before and these companies have paid you for your skills. Maybe multiple companies, right? Maybe you've had a bit of a long career. You've been able to job hop. Multiple companies have paid you for your skills. So if these companies could pay you for your skills, I definitely think that other people, like you can find other people to pay you for your skills, and it doesn't have to be like through a company. Now, to give you some ideas, because there are so many ideas, I'm not going to go through all of them, but I do want to give you some ideas and also encourage you and let you know that you can make money doing literally anything. If you don't think you can make money doing anything, you could literally make money doing anything. Have you ever heard of Pinky Doll? I think that's her name. She's the TikToker. She was like huge a while back, the TikToker who was pretending to be an NPC and was saying things like, ice cream, thank you. And my girl was making thousands. Like that's not anything to laugh at. Not even hundreds. Hundreds would have been like, damn. But thousands per day? So when I say you can make money doing anything, I literally mean you can make money. You can make money doing anything. And you know, like it doesn't matter what your skills are or what they're not or what you think they need to be. I don't know what Pinky Doll's actual skills in terms of like career skills. I don't know what her skills are, but she made money telling people thank you for giving her an ice cream emoji or something. Okay. Going back to the ideas, I said I'd give you some ideas of how you can make money on your own. So one way is teaching. And I'm not talking about like teaching English or a particular language or teaching in a school. I mean, you could do that if you want, but like that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is, have you ever had someone say to you, hey, how do you do that thing? That. Teaching that. Whatever came into your head, teaching that. That's what I'm talking about. So like whatever you know how to do, just teaching people whatever it is that you know how to do. There are people right now who are making a lot of money doing that, right? They're teaching others how to crochet. They're teaching others how to cook a particular meal. They're teaching others how to clean. Like they're just teaching what they know, right? And you don't even have to be an expert to do this. The point of teaching, me talking about this, and especially now, like the point of teaching is not to be an expert. People will pay you because you are further along than they are, right? Like for example, I make websites. To other people, making websites is difficult. It's not that difficult for me. And I'm actually planning on teaching people how to make websites. Am I an expert? No, I would not consider myself an expert. I don't really code. I use some like basic HTML or whatever, but I can design a website. People pay me to do that, even right now. So that's why I'm saying like you can teach. You don't need to be an expert. You can literally teach whatever it is that you know how to do. As long as you're further along than someone else, they will pay you for it. And there are a lot of beginners out there. Like you don't even need to teach like advanced level. A lot of people think they need to be so advanced. You don't. There are a lot of people who are just beginning. And if you are more advanced and you can't really teach beginners, then teach at your level, right? But there are a lot of people who you are further ahead than, right? There are a lot of things that come to you naturally or more simply that a lot of people struggle with. And they will pay you, and they will pay others to teach them at least how to get to their level. So that's why I'm saying that you could probably teach, and you don't even need to like teach a video course if that's not what you want to do. Because a lot of people, when they teach through like video courses. You don't need to do that. You can like write a document teaching something. You can create an audio files teaching how to do something. You can teach through email, right? There are people who create email courses. You can literally teach through email. And if like, let's say teaching in advance, like creating something in advance is kind of tricky for you, and it's better for you to talk to the person, or depending on what you're teaching them, it's better for you to talk to the person and find out their situation and then teach them from their level of understanding. You can do that, right? That's what like coaches and consultants. I was gonna say consultations. That's what coaches and consultants do, right? They literally talk to people one-on-one. Even I've heard of people doing things like this through voice notes on WhatsApp. Like there are so many different ways that you can teach now. So essentially what I'm saying is, one way you can make money is through teaching. Find a way that works for you. If this is something that interests you, it's certainly an easy way to start making money. Find a way that works for you, and then just do that and charge people for it. Okay, so the second way that you can make some money on your own is by creating and selling some sort of digital product. So if you know how to do anything on the computer, and even if you don't, okay, even if you don't know how to do anything on the computer, because there's so many YouTube videos right now that will teach you how to do something. You just got to take a few moments to learn how to do it. That's that's how a lot of us learn now. I don't know about you, but I am a part of YouTube University. But you can either learn how to do something on the computer, or if you already know how to do something on the computer, then you can create something, you can design something, you can write something, and then you sell it as a digital product. So like, think like ebooks, journals, I don't know, novels, guides, t-shirts, not t-shirts, t-shirts, that's a physical product. You can do that too. We're talking digital. But designs, like different designs, you could do that. You can even have AI help you. I mean, you can have AI do it for you too, but I wouldn't recommend that because we have enough AI slop as it is out in the world already. But you can use AI to help you. You can definitely use AI to help you and then build off of that. So there are a lot more digital products than I just mentioned, and I'm going to talk about a resource. Well, I'll just say her now, Jessica Stansberry on YouTube. She talks a lot about digital products, and I think she even teaches on her channel how to make some of them, and she talks about the ones that are trendy and the ones that have made her a lot of money. So if that is something that you want to do, I would suggest go checking out her channel, and her channel will be linked in the description. Okay. Now, for the sake of this video, looking at the time frame here, I'm going to leave that. Those are all the ways to make money for yourself. That I'm gonna leave that there for now. But I do want to mention like at least some YouTubers that you should check out if you are interested in making money on your own, because I think they'll be really helpful. So one is Arlan Hamilton. Arlan is a Black woman who used to be homeless. I don't know if it was like 10 years ago or something. Like, she used to be homeless. She was literally sleeping in an airport, and now she's a millionaire. And she teaches a lot about how people can make money on her channel. Like, this is information she's giving for free, and she gives some really practical information. She's like, hey, if you need to make $1,000 today, here's how you can make $1,000 today. So I would suggest like go checking out her channel, because she talks a lot about stuff like this, how to make money on your own. And her channel will be linked in the description. Someone else you can check out on YouTube is Dan Koe. His channel will be linked in the description. He talks a lot about creating a one-person business and how he did it. And I don't know if he's a millionaire, but I know he's making money. And we need money. So I would suggest checking him out. As I mentioned, Jessica Stansberry, she talks a lot about digital products, the tools she uses, and everything. So I would suggest checking her channel out. And I'm also going to link a video by Alex Hormozy. I don't watch a lot of his stuff, but he has one really helpful video about like the important aspects of making money for yourself, like in terms of selling. Right? When I say important aspects of making money for yourself, I'm talking in terms of selling. He talks in that one video, it's very good. He talks about like how you figure out what your audience is, or your audience, your client, your target customer, because you have to figure out who your target customer is, because it'll help them understand that your product or your service or whatever you're offering is for them. It's just like in the beginning of these videos when I'm like, I talk about how we can make life happen for us instead of to us. I'm giving a signal that, hey, if this is something you're interested in making life happen for you instead of to you, like watch this. So it's the same type of principle, but with products. So he talks about that. He talks about how to create a pitch, or like a tagline, so you can clearly define like how you will be helping your customers. So go check out his video. Again, it'll be linked in the description. Okay, so now that I have talked about ways to make money on your own instead of applying for a job, another thing that I think you should do to make money instead of applying for a job is making money with other people. Okay. Now I understand that not everyone can do this. Everyone has different life situations. But if you can partner with friends or family, even one other person, right? I feel like it is inevitable that you will make money. And what I mean here is like, so I mentioned earlier in the video that you have been paid for your skills in the past by companies, right? Then there's someone else who has been paid for their skills in the past. If you can combine those skills together, like why can't you make money? Like I think it is inevitable that if you are combining skills with somebody else, you can make money. And like, especially if it's more than one person, if there's like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 people, it's inevitable that you guys will make money. You have to. There's so many skills in the pool to help move things along. And this is actually something that I've been doing with my friends and family. I have literally been saying, hey, I think we can all make money together. I think we can, right? And I explain the same thing. And I understand people are busy, they may not have time, what have you, but like, this is why I'm saying I'm not just like talking about can't talk. This is why I'm saying I'm not just talking out my behind when I am saying these things to you guys. What I'm saying is what I'm going through, what the things that I'm doing or have done. So, yeah, I like, even if you're gonna start a business, even if you're gonna make money with other people, it doesn't have to be, because some people think, oh, they make money with other people, they have to like pool all their money in, and like, you don't even have to do that. The digital products that I was just talking about, to do a lot of that is free. Like you don't, all you need to do is create an account, like create a Canva account or something. Like a lot of that is free. Create a Google Doc. You don't have to even like pool money together or anything. It's literally just using the skills that you guys would all have to do something, right? And also, I do want to say that I think this is a very legitimate way to make money, because like we're already seeing that due to the way the economy is globally. People are being forced to, move in with others, to move back home with family. Like people, the way the economy is, it is forcing people to become more communal in order to survive, right? So since we're doing that anyway, like might as well try and make some money with each other. That's kind of how I see it. So to recap everything that was said, because I know this was a lengthy video, but hopefully it was helpful. So to recap everything that was said, I think you should stop applying for jobs. And I think you should stop applying for jobs because rejection is redirection. So, essentially you're not getting the jobs you're applying for because it's probably time for you to do something else. I also think you should stop applying for jobs because what you want is money, right? Not a job. What you want is money, and working for a company is not the only way to get money. And lastly, I think that applying for jobs is a waste of time, right? It's no longer an easy way to get money. It used to be a very easy, stable way to get money. It's no longer easy. You can't get a job, and it's no longer stable because these companies don't care, and they will like pull the rug out from under you to save $1. So I think that your energies could be better spent doing something for yourself. And what I think you should be doing instead of applying for jobs is, as I mentioned, making money for yourself, by yourself, or making money with a group of people. And again, I gave you some resources about where to get information that can help you, and those resources will also be linked in the description. Okay, so that is all I got for today, or that's where I'm gonna end it. I hope that this video gave you some helpful, actionable information about what you can be doing instead of applying for jobs. If you did find this helpful, please do let me know in the comments. And if you want some help from me outside of these videos, I offer different things. I offer a free newsletter, I offer coaching, I offer some digital products. Like I have a journal, I have an ebook, and an ebook. I have a journal, I have an ebook, I have a budget tracker. Like I have different things. And if you're already making money for yourself, or you're trying to and you need some help, I do have a business, leadlaunchsolutions.com, where I work with small business owners, solopreneurs, entrepreneurs who need some help. So all the links for that will be in the description if you want to link up in any of those ways. Other than that, I wish you health, wealth, and happiness, and I will see you in the next one.